All right, everybody, welcome back to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater Marathon. Quick announcement before we get going for people who are interested. Summer Games Done Quick is coming up June 26th to the July 3rd. And prize submissions are now open. Go to gamesdonequick.com for more info. All right, so now we have a game that I've actually done runs of, but everyone was clowning me in the voice chat before going live for being bad at it. Tony Hawk's Underground. Go ahead and take it away, y'all.
Hi, I'm Frankie, and I'm joined by...
I'm Ace, a.k.a. Pokemon Ace 101, a.k.a. the guy that ruined Thug.
I'm Big Law, a.k.a. Big Law, and I'm the guy who saved Thug.
Hi, I'm the Packle. I'm the guy who decided to make any percent beginner the best category.
And we are here.
We have a good track record so far.
And we're going to be doing 100%, and we're going to get all the goals, all the secret tapes, all the levels, all the gaps, pretty much everything in this game. And we're going to be playing on sick difficulty.
Some games, 100% is like 4 hours. No, we're going to do this in a little, hopefully around 90 minutes. Hopefully.
We'll see
if
how things go right.
If things go right. This game is actually really hard, so...
100% is defined mostly by getting everything in the game progress menu, and thankfully it's one of the few that you can do in one run. So,
all right.
There are other Tony Hawk runs where you're required to do it on every difficulty, and those are horrible. This one's just straight up sick. So
yeah, you can just do one difficulty, and you get all the unlocks. So yeah, timer's going to start as soon as I hit done, which will be in 3, 2, 1, go.
Should we talk about Catbag first? Because that's going to be the one thing we see the most in this run.
Oh, man.
Right. Oh, you missed Porch Jump reset.
It's fine.
Right.
It's over.
That's a reset.
So the biggest thing you'll immediately notice in this run is a trick called Catbag. Affectionately, it's abbreviation standing for Create a Trick, Broken Ass Game. That's the real abbreviation. Basically, we use creative tricks for almost every, normal directional trick in this run because it, 1, eliminates RNG, and 2, the game checks your trick string for the tricks, not the actual trick you're doing. So we can do, Soul Skating or Nutbuster faster. You haven't seen one yet. Well, that's because they're not very useful for points either.
Yeah, the biggest thing about those is because you make a creative trick, you have to have a minimum 0.4 seconds for the trick. Yeah. And you can have any sort of cool animation for it, but it's always going to come out the same point amount because it's a really quick trick. So it's terrible for points. So you have to do some, especially in Sick, you're going to have to do some crazier combos to get the points you need at specific points in the game.
Yeah, and right here, Frankie actually used the...
I forgot I was in a combo.
Frankie had out of bounds while trying to just outscore Eric there, and has escaped the goal area. So we're just getting some gaps and upping our stats while we're waiting for this timer to run down.
Oh, I'm bailing. Nope.
Please don't bail because he has a gap. He needs that. We'll give a quick shout out for that one. That was a glitch I discovered a few years ago, and Tony Hawk's Underground 2 by the Master Ace in here. And then Sub-Zero or Scrub-Zero and our Tony Hawk Discord found out that you can bind it to multiple tricks because the game only checks once. On the very first addition of the creative trick into the your trick for the character, it only does it the first time. If you have a creative trick on there, you can overwrite with another creative trick and it doesn't check. So you can just have every single trick be literally Soul Skating or Nutbuster or anything like that, and the game doesn't check for it, and it trivializes all the RNG in that way. So it's kind of an extension of Catbag, but it just makes things so much easier, especially later. Not so much for Sick. Sick, it does introduce a bunch more of directional tricks or lips or other sorts of tricks, so it's not as powerful in Sick. It's very, very useful in beginner. It trivializes everything there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And another benefit of creative tricks is they allow butt slapping to be performed easier, which is trick where if you roll off a ledge or a ramp or something similar, basically with a drop off, and you're still holding A or ollie, then you do a trick and then spam A in a small window, you can get multiple jumps out, which is how Frankie was cheating and flying in the air earlier.
Hey, when did we get the Need for Speed? Hold on, sorry.
Yeah, we got Need for Speed Underground, a little detour.
I just had a hunger to accelerate. But we will be driving around in many vehicles during this game because Neversoft thought it'd be a good idea to make us drive.
They were
And
wrong.
boy,
It's
were
fine,
they
I guess.
right, honestly. They were right.
This one doesn't handle too bad, but there are a couple vehicles later that are like, sorry to say, this could have probably used a little bit more tuning under the hood, TBH. You'll find those later. Those are fun.
I had a lot to say about the Slam City Jam vehicle.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
you don't know
pretty
how
much-
hard that was to
It gets
task.
really
That was
bad
like
at
the
the
hard.
end.
That was the hardest thing to task when I did the 80% sick task years ago. It was impossible.
I'm sure.
All right. Just going to be doing some transfers. You can just acid drop and still counts as a transfer. And
See,
usually
that's what
right
we're talking
there.
about.
Yeah.
You talk about that was the RNG stuff right there. Those only checks for directional tricks for up, down, left, and right, flip or grab. But since everything's called nollie, which is useful for a goal later in the game. Since we just did it once, it's like, oh, you did it for all of these. Boom, 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 done. It's as quick as that. It's not as easy later on, as I said.
Yeah, just clearing out the trick chain is real easy, and we're actually just done with the drug dealer mission already here with Frankie running over to the Street Warriors vehicle to reset his state and get his board back so he could just zoom through the neighborhood.
Yeah, that was found a couple years ago by Coons, who's been a semi-prevalent figure in the community for a very long time. He found he could do that, and there you go. Now this is the bridge skip. Oh, messed it up the first time. If you sketch the back of this car, let go, and then you go into a grind, you get an insane amount of speed. And there's been like 10 different variations of this trick in this game's lifetime.
My goodness.
And he's having an issue right now with getting the speed up.
It's really hard to set it up. There you go.
There's like 14 different grinds there, but
All right, there we go. That's
right
enough
there, and easy.
Easy as that.
First try every time.
As a note for that one as well, bridge skip is one of the more unique goals where it's easier the first time. If you fail it or you have to retry it, it's harder and it requires another butt slap or two depending on how fast you are. Because it changes like where the trigger is for when you get like knocked out by the cops. So it's very weird how that one works.
Yeah, there's a few goals like that. One will be at the end of New Jersey as well.
All right, now here is Stew Skip. This trick was found by Sub-Zero as well. And that just trivializes that goal entirely, where normally we'd have to go around that circle just a bunch of times, but instead we can just grind specific parts of that ring and clear it with ease.
Now we have the
So we don't
most
have enough time to talk about all the different
infamous
tricks too.
trick in the game.
Yeah, this is Eric's skip. This one was discovered by Piaters a million years ago. And how this one works is it's kind of like a glorified cutscene skip. And,
nice.
I got it unbuffered. Let's go, dude. Let's go. That trick, how that works is a cutscene skip. Most cutscenes in this game, if you hit ollie or let go of ollie on a specific frame, this is weirdly weird on the timing depending on the goal, it will perform a cutscene skip. For some reason, that one skips the entire trigger of you going into the car. So it's like, okay, close enough. You go into Manhattan. And that's an easy 30-second time save. There was a buffered version found a couple years ago, but I don't remember who found it exactly, so someone can correct me on that. But that one, it makes things a lot easier because it's like a 1 or 2 frame trick, and this game runs at 60 FPS. So you do the math, it's not that easy to hit. There's people that you can go days without hitting it once, and it sucks. But hitting unbuffered in a marathon is insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of took me by surprise because I couldn't get that in practice at all.
Yeah, because I assume he did it on buffer because you don't know the buffer strat, do you, Frankie?
No, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
my
much.
that's my
We're going the
bad.
old school way for that one.
Yeah,
Let's see if
unbuffered
I
you
can
do.
get this.
Buffered, you do lose like a second or two to hit it. Oh, nice. Let's go. That's some good movement right there.
That's some schmovement. Good lord.
Also,
you'll
mouse
see this
cursor.
throughout
I gotta move that.
You'll see. Oh, thanks for the mouse cursor. Awesome. You'll see this throughout the run, but he's going to be using restart checkpoints every so often. This is a good spot for because there's like 3 or 4 gaps here.
Nice.
We would probably use a little bit more if the menu for it wasn't so
Nice.
far out of the way.
That's hard.
Nice.
Skating it.
Yeah, certainly. For some reason, they buried it very deep in the menus. After Pro Skater 4, you'll see them much more liberally used there.
Yeah.
All right. So now we are back in the Scorpion actually here, and we got to destroy some carts of these nut vendors because this guy just wants to sell his nuts, but he's getting bullied. So to help the bullied nut man, we're going to destroy the other people's nut carts.
Yeah, this is how capitalism works.
This is your brain.
Oh man.
This is your brain on nut carts. All right. So
Sausage in a box.
these aren't even nut carts. They're just.
They're just sausage carts.
I forgot there's 10 on this difficulty. On beginner is like 5. So
Yeah.
And thankfully,
yeah.
they realized how cool the cars were in this game, and each level has like 2 or 3 goals with them. So that's fun.
And if you liked him enough, after you do the first goal, it's unlocked, so you can go back to it and ride around in the car or cart or whatever the heck it is in that level.
True.
Yeah. So now we're just popping some, getting some score on the waterfront here, and Frankie's going for this stick gap. Shall I push the button? There we go. And yeah, the score's a lot higher on sitcom beginner. We can just do like one quick combo and just be done with it. But gotta get those gaps because we are doing hundo. So
Yeah. We brushed over a lot, but there's a lot of routing
This is
time
hard.
and okay, come on, Frank.
there we go.
There we go. Hey,
First try.
let's go.
First try.
First try.
There's a lot of routing time dedicated to making the gaps as seamless as possible,
Let's see you try this
which takes a lot more effort than you would think. You'd think just go get it. But knowing when and what goals to do, what gaps, and backups for missing gaps, because sometimes you like can't go back during a goal. It's
And sometimes they're annoying to get. Like we missed it earlier, but there was one gap in Thug 1 that Frankie honestly wanted to throw his controller against the wall as hard as he could, but he hit it like I think first or second try,
Yeah.
which is pretty pog because again that one sucks to hit. Like
That
it's
one-
so
that one's
precise. And there's a
rough.
couple gaps like that where it's kind of annoying to get.
All right. Gotta drive around a bit, get the car nice and
Ooh, I
toasty
might
like
not have
those nuts. Oh yeah, you got it.
Just barely.
Yeah, so just gotta bail the car, bonk off the freeway, and that beater is now in the ocean. Ooh, this is a good gap right here.
yes.
Back
You
and
have to be.
forth.
You have to be. That's probably the best point to do it because you try doing it later. You're so fast that it can actually knock you off the anchor, which is kind of annoying. You have to have like no speed going on that.
Yeah, pretty much. You just have to have like a medium level of speed because if you're too slow, you're just not gonna have enough to get the gap to trigger.
There we
So
go.
this is one of those points where he wants to go for a couple gaps and just do a retry goal. So he starts the goal, does the gaps he needs to do. That one is super long. It's one of the longer gaps in the game, actually. Then he just retries goal and straight to it. That's one of the alternative methods as opposed to setting a restart point. Sometimes you got to do it because it's so far out of the way, but that's
It's
where you
right
kind of
here.
want to do
You
things.
might as well just get it. Yeah. And if you miss it, you lose like 15 seconds at minimum.
I may have
Pretty
missed it
bad.
once or twice. He failed the mission, unfortunate. But he's going to get it this time because this guy's doing some sick trick. Look at that. Look at that ending. Oh.
He's out of his mind.
All right, so we're getting more
Alright.
nuts, guys.
Yeah, we love our nuts on this show. So I'm gonna grab some hot nuts for this guy right here.
Oh, one
tap
thing
the
you're gonna
cop card.
notice is super skitching,
Yeah.
which
Yeah. So
We brought it up
A lot of
briefly in
fun.
New Jersey, but it's a lot more significant.
you're gonna see it a lot
here.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, so the premise behind a super sketch is that when we grab onto the back of a vehicle, we have just like a little bit of extra speed whenever we grind onto a surface. But if we repeatedly grind on those surfaces, we're just going to generate a frick load of speed and go super fast. And this is just active for a short period of time. Ooh, very nice.
That was pretty sick. Yeah, and the more grind you do, so if you do grind hops, it just amplifies the speed even further. And don't know the exact timing. It's a few seconds after, but it's one of the more powerful things you can do. It's hard to set up Cars in this game are on like a semi-global timer, where sometimes they'll be fine, but if you mess up a little bit, it might change the RNG. So they might be in a certain spot.
From my testing, I don't think it's RNG at all. It has to do with your camera loading or unloading the cars.
Oh, is it? Well, I learn something every day.
And Nutbuster there is probably one of the first implementations of Catbag we ever did. So instead of having to do a long special trick off a ramp, you can do it flatland, although you're doing a lot of other things here, so it's not that big of a deal.
This lip trick can kind of suck. Yeah, you got it first try.
Very nice.
That one is a bit precise. It's not super precise as our arts investigation back in New Jersey. But Egao can still suck, and it can lose a lot of time very quickly. Because after that one, you're going straight into this goal, so you have to run back over there.
Very nice.
All right, we're almost done with Manhattan.
You'll notice Frankie got a lot of the gaps off the Nutbuster goal, because the only other goal inside this building is that one, and you're on the bottom floor, so it's not very helpful.
Yeah, now here we're learning how to do some no-complies and bonelesses. These are things that we already know how to do, but the game is insistent on teaching us, because this game is just one long tutorial.
We're not playing Fall Bigelow. I hate to.
Okay, you know what? You got me there. You got me there.
You can just do your boneless Catbag, by the way.
Kyle found that trick where you can boneless into the wall like that and grind immediately, and it counts because this game's great about hitting the triggers. So this is movement you guys will hopefully see here. It's gonna be kind of crazy. He gets a couple gaps here, but he also has to get all these decks, and they're all on a global timer as soon as you start the level, because it's based on the skaters, and they're all loaded in. So they're gonna be moving around while you're in the cutscene, so they're gonna be at roughly the same point as long as you are actually playing decently.
And that's
if you
go ahead.
I was gonna say that if you bail a couple times, they're gonna be so out of position that you're gonna waste even more time.
This goal is one of the few that you actually opt to not do immediately. Like, the reason he waited to go back for it after loading Tampa is because of that global timer. Because it can be wherever, depending on how fast you're going, if you do it during the actual chapters in. But if you load into the level, then immediately start it, then it'll be consistent.
Oh, no.
I can get that back.
He's gonna
You
go
have
back
a
for
lot
that.
of time
He
at the end.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go back for that one.
We're gonna run into an auto-scroller very soon.
That's true. We have like 3 or 4 auto scrollers in this level, so he has plenty of time to get all the gaps. Literally, he gets pretty much all the gaps in this level, in this one instance of the level.
Yeah, we just have a lot of free time during the competitions and stuff, so plenty of time to just do a bit of a gap tour, you know.
I get a good level. Tampa's a really cool level, so that's the donut.
If there's any deep game programming nerds in chat, there's still a running bounty on skipping the competitions at the end of this level, so if you ever want to make this run probably even harder than it already is, feel free.
Yeah, I kept meaning to make the pay spin with all the people who said they were going to put in a bounty. I kind of want to put down like another $1,000 just to find Tampa skip, because I want it found.
I'm sure 90% of them don't actually have the money, at least not anymore.
It's fine.
You'll get your name plastered on the wall.
All right. So
the Tony Hawk Hall of Fame. You're gonna be the first one inducted.
Talking about what's going on here, we just freed Eric from the clutches of the police, and now we're paying them back by grinding down all these Jed signs. And Mayor Jed's pissed, so we steal a cop car and do a bit of a GTA up in this level.
Yay, I love crime.
We're gonna be zooming.
Also, that was a good backup on the spot sign. I did not.
No, I didn't even think about that. I thought he was gonna do it later, but that was a good backup too. Yeah.
I was just right there, so I just figured.
Fun bonus fact about this mission: after the first lap, you can actually crash your car into the water and skip like a checkpoint that updates the arrows. The mission will complete normally, but the new arrows won't show up, and the new cop cars won't show up, making it slightly easier. It's not faster. I wish it was.
All right, we gotta help Private Eye.
This level can suck, or this goal can suck rather, because the latter part of this is you cannot bail once. If you bail, then like you're done. You have to restart the goal, which sucks. And there's a bunch of places in Tampa where if you're just kind of like probing a little bit between areas or trying to do some cool tricks, you might mess up and bail if you just do one wrong input.
Yeah, that's why we got rid of any sort of fun and improv possible by introducing Catbag. You're welcome.
Yeah, we had some cool prov lines, like back, like the earlier days of Thug 1. Then Ace showed up and was like, "Hey, found this trick," and it's like,
All right, I'm not gonna bail this car. It's fine.
Yeah, but now you won't
Better
be
than
tempted
Ace.
to do tricks and bail. Okay, come on.
unless you're mean, you switch between games and you try doing a double tap trick. And
Now, you may be wondering, wait,
bail.
didn't Frankie just bail there? Well, you would be correct, but we actually death warped, and we didn't actually bail off our board, so we could just do death warp there. It's all
You
good.
know, I'm glad you brought that up, Big Law. I've literally never questioned that while running this game. Yeah, that should count.
Yeah,
as
normally,
bail, huh?
yeah, if you bail, it'll automatically fail the mission. But for some reason, when you do any death warp, whether it's at that point,
Now that you got that down, get
I don't know if you can do it in the water. I haven't tested that, but
I assume so.
there's no real application to do it though. That's the problem.
yeah, exactly. And yeah,
This is one of those goals that's actually faster on Sick, by the way, because beginner is all the way across the level. Sick is like right there. You just need to get a super sketch going and you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for some reason, I
So,
actually want you to sketch around the entire block, but you don't have to.
Yeah, so Frankie just popped a bunch of nollies on the wet beaver there and completed that goal. And here's a good way to approach this goal. So, wall plan off that.
Notoriously
Do
hard, difficult, notoriously hard.
yeah. Casually,
mission.
this was very rough
Yeah.
goal as a kid.
And
just cutting the
speedrunners
corner
complain
there.
about it.
Yeah, super good.
All right, let's go.
Usually I have to do that at the end of the level when I'm doing that, or at the end of the run when I'm doing that, because I'm bad at manually.
Shout out
first
to the
try is
boost plant strat, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
boost point strategy is honestly kind of terrible. I hate
I was
it.
I was gonna give my own shout out to Silent Laws, who had the great advice of get good for sick wall
Nice
plant,
bonus.
and honestly, that was true. You just had to get better, and it's not that hard.
I love Silent. That was a Silent, by the way.
Yeah,
One of
shout out
the
to
OGs.
That's
Silent.
silent.
All right,
The
here's
other
the
law
first
in the
of many
community.
auto scrollers.
Yeah.
Nice breaking the board.
Son of
I
a.
mean, it's not a time loss. It's all auto scrollers, so. Yeah,
There's like a set
Yeah,
amount
right.
of points that Tony requires, and Tony sucks at this game, so we just get these. That's all we need. So we can just kind of just do whatever our own thing. So this is a great point to get all the different goal gaps, because there's a lot of gaps in this level. And this is just one. There's two other places that we're going to do it just like a little bit later.
also, the
you
dog. Sorry, I just want to say the dog on the wall there in that little skate park is one of the developers' dogs, which is very nice.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember that.
Huge.
There's your dog fact for the day.
Also, does anyone have the lore on why most of the gaps here are named after food?
I want to say.
I think they just lunch break. I think it was a lunch break that the Neversoft staff had.
Maybe. I think that's.
Oh, wasting time right there. That's fine.
Got it tight.
That's a reset.
Yeah, it's a reset. 1 second too long in that
All right, well,
cutscene.
Frankie has never lied to me, especially sarcastically, so I'll believe him.
So for these competitions, Frankie doesn't actually need to play out the entire timer. We can just get enough score in our combo and then end the competition run, and it'll be all good.
You don't even
You
have
just
to
need
land
to
it.
you just need to be top 3 to proceed.
Yeah.
You don't need
Right
to
there,
be number 1.
you're supposed to climb a ladder, but you could just butt slap to the top of the roof, and you can just get up that way.
There we go.
Best trick.
All right. This is the okay. No, that's right. We're going to do go back to one
Oh,
more.
nice. Wrong chapter.
Nice.
Oops.
Right.
Because as soon as he gets done with that one, we're going to the next level. That's the other auto scroller we're talking about. There's a 2-minute like elimination round period, and if we had a way to skip that, we absolutely would.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
we have a lore drop from actual
RNG.
helper
Fun.
of Thug 1, Andy THBS, says those are names of local dishes in Woodland Hills. So, yeah, lunch break. Frankie was right.
That was to Andy, by the way.
Andy's a legend.
Shout out to Andy THPS, the GOAT.
I heard from somewhere that he might be on later. I can't confirm
Oh,
one way or
maybe.
the other.
Best trick.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Welcome to the auto scroller. Good night.
And there's another one after just 2, because this is 2 minutes, and there's another minute one, and it's like cool. Also, fun fact. This is awesome. You see that timer up there, right? You're like, oh yeah, it's 2 minutes. Well,
No,
what if I
it's not.
told you there's actually 3 seconds slower-ish than it actually is? It's actually should be 2 minutes and 6 seconds because for whatever reason, the timer is slightly slower than it should be. Don't know why. It's so annoying because you'll get to this in a speed run. Like, oh yeah, there's like 3 minutes and 10 seconds left, and then I might be able to save time. Then you're like, oh wait, I forgot. There's like another 9 seconds I'm going to lose because the timer is just mean.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Right now we're in the bank.
Pretty much par for
breaking
the
in and
course for
breaking
Tony
out.
Hawk games.
Yeah, we don't know how to time. We don't know how to count. We don't know how to do tricks.
Oh.
You'll see later. There's some really whack tricks that we're gonna do. It's like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, math is just fake.
And we also don't know how to do timers.
Stay tuned for Moscow while I try to redeem myself from an explanation that happened 4 years ago, 5 years ago. God.
We need a whiteboard, TBH.
Like imagine that picture of Charlie Day and Always Sunny with like the conspiracy board, and it's just Ace.
Yeah. But we're not there yet.
Hey, this is a nice break though. Like in 80% run, yeah, this is a nice little break because you can rest your hands. Because especially in a high level play, if you're going for like world record or just a really good personal best, you've probably been grinding for a good portion of the day and not been resting your hands. And this is like a good point to stretch, relax for a moment before you go straight back into hell. So
That's a great idea in theory, Packle, but you and I both know that Tony Hawk runners of this game take the time to do even more intensive inputs with the 2 minutes they have. So
that is also true. That is why several members of this community have literally retired because they cannot play this game anymore because their hands hurt.
Yeah, I do recommend checking out Dr. Levi, getting those gamer stretches in. Very good for your longevity for your hand health. So.
And don't play.
I've been around for 8
GameCube
years
controller.
and I have not had hand pains because I stretch regularly. Remember, kids, if you're speed running, stretch regularly. It'll save you.
I didn't
There
get
are
wall
no
red,
kids
so I'm glad I
watching
got
a
that.
2003 video game.
Listen,
Oh, should we do it for the fans? 900 off the...
yeah, we
yeah,
should
do
it
it.
for fans.
Yeah. Frankie,
Oh
900.
my god.
Oh!
Frankie Hawk,
Try
900.
every time.
Legend.
All right.
It's not frame per, by the way. It's a little difficult, but it's nothing.
Why'd you tell him?
I had to. Oh,
You
you're right.
ruined the suspense,
Can
Tackle.
we redact that? Can we redact that? I'm sorry.
All right. So Frankie,
So he's gonna go for a cutscene skip here.
We'll cut it in post, man. Don't worry.
Oh, appreciate it.
all right, cool. Frankie got the
Nice. Got the
yeah.
got the skip.
Yeah, just
Nice.
locking yourself up on that.
Normally there would be there would be like a text box that pops up after that goal. It's like 4 seconds long, but I just skipped it because spam.
So yeah, now we're in.
Yeah, that version.
Now we're in temp territory.
Yeah, we're in San Diego.
Shout out to Temp.
Shout out to Temp. New meme.
Temp.
Temp.
Temp is supposed to be a double tap directional, so like a 360 flip. However, there are no double taps for your created trick, so they had wanted the game to not crash, so it's temp.
There's a bunch of flower boxes up on the.
Also, this is on my mind, I saw someone in chat say rip Melee players. Imagine playing Melee and this on GameCube controller. It's very fun and not at all going to bite me in the ass in 5 years. So,
Gamer switches, man.
would not recommend.
I'm telling you.
10-point landing.
Above us is a nice open.
Fun fact, this
Just do a butt
Goal.
slap.
is actually harder on sick, not because of the tricks, but because there are no wooden ramps here. There is on easy and normal.
Yeah, basically you would have to get special and then do like a bonus and then air. It's pretty difficult to do casually, but if you just do a double butt slap like that,
Yeah.
Just casually do it.
And you will notice that
That's all you
yeah,
gotta
just
do.
casual.
after Frankie's doing these tricks, he's hopping off his board and just kind of floating in the air. And the reason for that is we would normally like try and come to a standstill on our board, but if we jump off our board, then we don't need to do that animation. It saves like half a second each time. Anyways, we're on another
We're
little
gonna get some gaps.
So you're getting some gaps. One of the unique things about Thug 1 is like at the beginning of the game, up until this point where you do the amateur competition, you have a literal like limit on the amount of stat points you can have. So you can get like a bajillion points, but it doesn't matter. But after you become an amateur, then you get more stat points unlocked. and you can do more tricks and more combos to get those stats up. And later, spoiler alert, we're becoming pros later. So at the same time, we're going to get more all the way up to 10 points. So there's like gaps where we'll just get faster and faster as we go along. And this is like obviously the best point to get the. That's nice. All
right. So what Frankie just hit there is something called Nighttime San Diego. Normally there's a cutscene there where it like goes to night, and then this is supposed to be the next day. But if you skip that cutscene, it also skips the day-night cycle changing, and something that's supposed to be day later on next chapter will actually end up being nighttime.
Yeah, so we're effectively behind on time according to the game, but it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be dark out.
All right, and now we're gonna do a little retry on this first,
This
little wall plant.
Yeah, so Frank's gonna hit
Shout out
the...
to me
Also,
accidentally
remind
finding
me
this
rail to rail, because I just forgot that.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Frankie, get rail to rail.
Yeah, get it.
All right, I'll do it right now.
Shout out to me
It's
finding this by accident one time and not knowing I did it, and then TH126 figure out how this works. Love you, TH.
I'm gonna talk to.
Shout out to TH.
We have a lot of Tylers in this community, so.
Tyler Hawk.
Tyler Hawk. We had a Discord role called Tyler Hawk for a while.
Who got rid of it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
just found out that it was gone one day. And I was like, oh, that's sad.
The Tyler Hawks are all gone.
It's probably Franny, honestly. I see him as the type of guy who get rid of it because he hates fun.
You're crazy if you think he cared.
That's also true. Yeah, that stuff's actually difficult to hit because if you miss that, then you have to go up the ramp, and sometimes you might butt slap early and not count, or you might just not butt slap at all, and yet it's probably a double or triple.
Anyways, we are driving again. Praise be the security cart. This is one of my favorite vehicles in the game because it turns on a dime. Literally, it has such sharp turns.
It actually is. It handles somewhat decently compared to everything else.
Yeah,
it just sucks because there's like 10 different things in this area that will like hit you and you lose all your speed.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact about that goal:
nighttime,
if you do all of this one final with Unpro, we can talk about in a second because it's literally gonna be here for a minute. If you do that one cart goal, undo it backwards, the time actually goes up. It's really weird how that works. It doesn't go down, it goes up.
You can also do checkpoints out of order, I found out, for some reason. So
this was found by Unpro. If you go into the skit and jump, it counts a second, and the jump is obviously faster, so we just have to spam this over and over again, switching sides as time goes along to not get hit by the guards.
Yeah, and this is...
It's faster. It doesn't look faster, but it's actually substantially faster
done in like a minute.
All right.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, that was...
what we
I
were
actually jumped
about,
over him yesterday. It was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I was like, is that the new strat? I didn't say anything about it, but I guess not.
we were talking about Tony Hawk not being able to count earlier, and this is one of those times.
Yeah,
I take
You're
it
gonna
back.
see
It's
in
counting
Moscow.
perfectly. It's just
Very
counting
hard.
too fast.
This casual can suck too because it's 90 seconds. You're going around like 1 or 2 times, and the guards will sometimes like be at really random points, and it will just throw you off, and you get hit, and you lose, you just bail. So it's a little difficult casually, but that's the simplest way to do it. Shout out to Unpro for making this literally a horrendous goal.
And now we're on the gardener's cart, and we gotta impress all the ladies with our cool skateboarding tricks.
We're literally doing the exact same 3 tricks. What do you mean?
Oh, by the way, we're in the nighttime area now. This is supposed to be daytime, but because of that cutscene skip you hit earlier, it is.
We got a nighttime party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, nighttime San Diego is better looking.
It is a vibe, honestly.
It's bluer.
It's bluer.
Yeah, for sure. Right here, I'm just gonna get a gap because it's pretty hard. I have to get that during pro goal, and it's very frustrating because if you miss it, it will automatically cut the goal off and you spawn at a different point.
That was
Just doing that for convenience.
And just gonna drive back.
Right here, driving backwards.
Yeah, we don't want to turn around that slow, so without any mirrors, we're just gonna drive backwards.
No looking back or anything. Might be potential hazard, but it's fine.
Nice
Security cart. If I know anything about those carts, it's going like 5 miles an hour. It's fine.
Alright, let's see if I can get this jump without hitting anything.
Yeah, I saw this yesterday. I was like, oh, this is sick. I never thought about this.
Oh,
It's
let's go!
nice. Good job. Good job. Easy. That saves a few seconds.
Lining it up
You
isn't
can get
that
less
hard.
height, though.
It's whether
Yeah.
or not the game lets you go off the ramp, because sometimes you'll just like magnet to the flat part on top of it and
right.
just not fly off of it at all.
So we're
Nice spot.
trying to find our team. They all got kind of wasted, so they're kind of really all over the place. Like they're on buildings. We really don't know how they got there, but gonna butt slap our way
Well,
up
they
and
butt
grab them.
slapped, obviously.
Oh, you know what? You're right. So
Yeah, they got cat bag on for sure.
yeah, like some of these guys are like in reasonable places, like just hanging out by a fountain, or like there's gonna be a guy like in a bush. But like, how do these guys get? Like, y'all need.
I don't
to,
know how he got there, but I don't know how you end up in that scenario.
people just.
But yeah, basically
Is that
figure
the
out the
rail to
rail.
rail you needed, or do you need normal rail to rail?
They're two separate gaps.
Okay, so you need normal rail to rail.
Demo.
Or did you?
No,
get
I got it earlier already.
Okay.
I got it during instruments.
All right.
Might be.
Anyway,
And right here, we're gonna go back just one more time.
No way.
Oh yeah.
The stickers.
You may have heard some smacking off screen, and that was just some party goers that are still present due to us being in the cutscene of the party from last night. That didn't happen, so yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're up on buildings, because you skipped the cutscene and altered reality, so they just like got warped around.
That's
All right, we got an auto scroller.
Wow, surprise, surprise.
So now we can just
Although-
get secret tape. You don't really need to get a lot of gaps.
Most of them aren't that bad during 100% because they're actually like useful.
Look at this
To get
RNG
gaps.
though.
Yeah, what the hell?
I mean, it's like it's 50-50. Either it's 50-50 or it's not.
Alright. Calm down.
Unfortunately, this one's not as useful as it is in Tampa. We got most of the gaps already that we can get. There's a few other ones we'll get towards the end game that are honestly easy to get there.
Yeah.
Plus, as well, like another thing we didn't mention is before. So you might be like, why didn't you only grounded once? And I thought you had to go up and down again. If the game requires you to get a gap and do a specific trick, as long as you keep that gap in your trick string anywhere, you can keep the combo and just do all the other rest of the tricks, and it's going to be like, oh, okay, you did it. And it saves a bit of time. You don't have to, you just have to do one grind in that case.
Excellent.
Before, all we had to do was just jump over the car once, that type of thing.
That's a good way to end it.
All
then.
right.
And now we're on to Hawaii,
Now,
the best level.
What happened to that guy's mouth? That guy, his mouth just got dislocated. That was weird.
I don't know.
his mouth is usually pretty interesting to say the least.
Oh yeah, if you want a bonus fun time watching this game, especially the PC port, look at the background NPCs and count how many times they T-pose. It's not that common, but
It happens. It happens enough where you're just like, that's.
Oh, there,
Yeah,
I
like
saw
right
one.
there, literally right there.
That one always, pretty much.
All right.
Right here, you can just crux dark slide.
Yeah,
cat bag.
It's trying to check for like just like pure time spent on the trick, but you can just do a cat bag and pop it every time like we did with the.
This is the same concept as the cart.
Yeah.
Jumps
Yeah.
count faster by not counting.
get the letter.
Andy, why are you T-posing, man? Andy THPS, more like Andy T-pose. Got him.
Andy T pose HPS.
I give those like a 3.
I rate him a 1, honestly,
That,
man.
yeah.
Anyways.
That's
Oh,
rough. That's really rough.
that's rough.
That's bad.
That's rough, buddy.
That's
All right,
a
it's
bad.
fine. I'll
That's
do
a bad
this.
bail.
I'll do this. I can do that after. It's fun.
That's a bad bail. That's
Might have to get
So-
that tiki though.
One problem that you'll definitely learn running 100% specifically is you have all these fancy intricate combos to get the gaps as fast as possible. However, that means if you bail at any point, your 13 gaps in that combo are now gone and you have to redo all of them. So it's quite risky if you're not used to it. And that's what happened there to poor old Frankster.
All right, so here's some more math for you.
Oh, he was the one with the, and he was the one with the dislocated mouth at the start of the level. By the way, that's what it
I
was.
see, I see. But there we're supposed to wall plant that vending machine 3 times to make some candy bars pop out. Do it twice, counts as 3 times. Not
Surf's
gonna
up.
question it.
Also, I found that, then realized I didn't know how to do this, and I think TH found that one out. I can't remember who figured it out. I found a couple glitches in this game. I don't know how it worked because I was just kind of throwing crap against the wall. Someone just figured it out for me.
Yeah, so
That's pretty much how strats get found. Someone does something by accident, someone else figures out how it works.
the reason Frankie rode all the way up to the top of the hotel there was because if you touch the top of the hotel roof at all, it opens up the elevator, so we have easy access for the coming mission at the end of this chapter.
Yeah, but that's still slower to take the elevator, so he's going to do the cool boy method, which is faster by just butt slapping up.
Butt slapping
Oh,
is cool
awesome.
and fast.
Wanna put lotion on my back?
I remember when the hotel butt slap was like the end of runs. Like people just lost so many runs to that because before a cat bag, it's actually really hard to get like a consistent triple or quad butt slap with
you
just
need a
on cat
triple.
bag. Cat bag
Nice.
makes it easier. Nice.
Speaking of
I
making,
actually didn't know you could do it that way. Interesting.
Yeah, I found that on complete accident. It's very funny
This goes-
because
Really brutal on sick difficulty. Need
Oh,
like
yeah.
300k to finish top 3.
for some
the lowest.
reason the goal or like the point gap on this competition in particular is way higher than like it should be. Like I'm 90% sure the points required there is more than any other competition in the game. I want to say, like even more. than
That
Sin
sounds
City.
about right. I always remember that being kind of unreasonably hard when I played this game on Sick.
Okay.
Whoa.
Nice.
All right.
Nice
Sure.
turnaround.
Why not?
That was pretty proud.
Prov right there. It's fine.
Yeah.
You gotta look good while you're speeding, man. That's all this is about.
And just death warp by
Death
the
warp there to give him a
Chihuahuas.
little bit better spot. Get this
Nice.
gap real quick at the same time.
Easy.
Nice.
That's actually a lot harder than it looks. Because you have to like angle yourself very specifically for that.
Yeah, you,
Alright.
you can always just go ahead and do like a spine transfer into it. Also, shout out to this goal being like the ender of like many kids' lives.
The
Well,
ending
that
of
sucks.
Amarylin's runs.
Yeah.
Also, Amaryllin. Shout out to Amaryllin.
I bet you can.
Love you, buddy.
But the reason why that goal can be difficult is if you don't jump and you just try to ride up and down those gaps, you will sometimes just ride on top of it instead of actually going up off of it. Which, needless to say, is not what you want.
Ooh. Yeah, so Frankie here is trying to do a triple butt slap outwards to climb up the hotel. That was a quad. Nice.
First try. First try. Let's go.
Easy.
Easy first try.
Fun fact about that one, you can cutscene skip that one, and then the cutscene skip for that trigger is your camera is dislocated entirely and still like on top of the hotel. You can see yourself skating around, but you're not, third person.
I
view of your
forgot
character.
about that, yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
can
so cool.
that
Like
can
one of the
be
few
fixed.
times that can actually happen.
Yeah, it's not anything like game breaking. You can just fix it by going to a different goal or just getting over to Eric on the top
Yeah.
of the roof.
I think there's another one, but I can't remember which one it is, but it's really funny to hit.
You can do it for Bid's or Eric skip if you've already done it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I need
Anyways.
to go into the tiki because I did not get that during.
Yeah, spooky
Wedding?
spooky tiki.
Spooky.
Easy. There we go. Nice.
Why did I retry?
No, you retricked.
Why did I do that?
Hey,
I could
you
have
know
just. I could have just landed down. Would have been
That's
fine.
That's a mood. Frankie,
It
I
happens.
Waste
do
of
not
time.
blame
That-
you.
that's a
Wait till-
Frankie for sure.
That's a Frankie move.
Frankie
Frankie
moment.
moment. That's like a 10, 15 second time loss just to that.
Yeah,
alone.
that's
It's
pretty bad.
fine. It's fine.
How dare you, sir? We're on a strict schedule here, and you're ruining it.
I'm just throwing for content. It's crazy.
Also, I'm glad you never actually moved your mouse. I hope it stays like that for the rest of the run.
I know. I was gonna say. I definitely alt tabbed for a second, and
My
surprised
favorite
you
part about
didn't
it is
say
it's
anything.
not
about
it's
the
not on the
mouse
GDQ stream, so we're just commenting about something we're seeing in the booth.
function. Yeah, exactly. This is happening
was
yesterday
it.
as well.
There we go.
All right, we're almost done.
Now that you
And I'm sure you eagle-eyed viewers have noticed by now, but you don't actually have to land the combo as long as you don't, the gaps, as long as you don't bail them. So if you like go to a new level or a new mission and you haven't landed them yet, they'll just auto land essentially.
And right here, you don't actually have to do a 900 spin. You could just do an Indy 900, and you're all set.
I think the 900
All right.
also counts there too.
Yeah,
Just
here
looking
is,
for 900 anywhere in the string.
Oh no, no slow mo, bro. There we go.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
no
no slow mo,
slow-mo,
bro, found by B, aka Lemonade Milk. pretty cool trick there. And now we're on to Vancouver.
Basically, you
No
just
slow-mo.
go around the slow-mo trigger, but it still gets the gap.
Woo!
Nice, nice. That one can be kind of annoying. It's a backup for that one, so it's not the end of the world.
Bonus fact for no slow-mo, you can have permanent slow-mo, aka focus mode, if you like quad butt slap over the helicopter. You'll enable slow mode, but you won't hit the trigger to like stop it. So if you ever wanted to play Thug in slow motion, there you go.
Pretty difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, that
T-posing.
can be annoying too.
T-pose by Denny. Guarding around here.
Nice. So there's a couple really weird grinds. We had to hit with those bowls. We'll see a few of them later. It's not frame perfect or anything, but the timing on it's kind of weird.
All right,
Plus the
here's
character-
my
Let's see
favorite.
the moment of
Screw
truth.
My favorite gap in this game.
Shout
Nice.
out to Schnaz for
Let's
that one.
go.
It's looks really cool.
Flag as hell.
And
was
now I
like
just have to hold
6
this combo.
gaps.
If I bail, I missed all the gaps.
We have to do this in a combo anyway, so that's kind of like the hard
Yeah.
part about this goal. That's not.
And we're not
too
done with
bad.
gaps either. Now we're done with gaps for this goal.
There we go.
Actually,
All
yes.
right.
Latch on.
Hey,
I
let's go.
didn't want to say a single word.
Oh,
no.
that's a little unfortunate.
Oh, that's not bad compared to what could have happened before. So
Yeah, that's a pretty quick recovery right there.
I'm collecting some last minute.
Nice.
Oh my god,
Or,
wait. Is
did
that,
you mean to do that?
Is that a statue of Tony Hawk?
is this a rerun or
Wait, what?
live? Yes, this is pre-recorded.
Don't forget claw rail, Frankie. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I do it
Okay,
during Vancouver too.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright, so here is why we have the null.
Best goal in the game.
Yeah, this is just marginally faster than tapping the trigger to enter nollie state.
The
so-
funny part
But
is
I do
this
have to do
isn't
it for
even-
pressure, though.
It's not even that different from doing the goal normally.
Exactly.
This is doing the goal normally. Wow, very interesting.
Oh man,
I'm learning a lot by
This is
doing 15 pressures right here.
this is content right here.
Thanks.
Content.
Nice knowledge.
Gotta
There we go.
incorporate the flamingo.
And our boy Bobby B.
One
Shout
of
out
the
to
worst
Bobby B. Also,
pro goals in this
binds
game.
changed, I think.
Oh, did what? Why?
That's
That
interesting.
was weird.
Anyway, that goal can suck because the triggers, like the little fist you have to go to, aren't exactly correct. I don't know. It feels like you could just go through them sometimes.
Alright. Yeah, this is a really hard goal. Just have to keep looking towards the skater. Yeah. Really hard.
Very difficult. But he's shredding. Look at that. Look at that ollie.
Oh,
Oh,
this
that
line.
manual. Ooh.
The line is nutty. Alright.
Somebody
That
call
is
Rodney
elite
Mullen.
player.
Holy moly.
Welcome
So
to.
we're gonna take this leaf bone cart.
Actually, this isn't the. There's two.
One of my favorite goals in
spoiler
the game
alert,
as well.
There's 2 leaf blower missions in this level, and the second one may be the single most evil goal ever put into a Tony Hawk game, and I will explain later.
Oh!
Here, it's just-
I
that was
cannot believe I
gap.
got
That was
Okay.
cool.
That's some all vehicle missions.
Where's the gap? Yeah,
Show
where's
me
the
the cheat
gap
menu.
list right there?
Show me the cheat menu, Frankie.
If I mess this up. Oh, okay, good. You can get usually like a really weird turn when you're going up the slope right there.
I mean, if you're in leaf blower, you're gonna have a really weird turn.
That's good. That was a good turn as well.
Please don't go into these bowls. Thank you.
Yeah, if you enter the bowl,
I'll try.
it is death.
Yeah,
It's literally
soft locked. Can't get out of it.
It's over.
Alright, go for the jump. Yeah!
And we got him.
Woo!
Yeah, the
Alright, this
hitboxes
time I
on
won't
that are
miss
really
these
high for
two.
some reason.
These 2 goals.
Was off the hook.
Alright, so pop a quick retry, reset the position of this first skater, and it's just the same thing as getting the decks from Manhattan. Just gotta get the skaters and they're on their own individual lines, so...
Luckily, there's only 3 of them, though. So, much easier to remember and keep track
Yeah, this
of.
one's real easy. Just pop down the elevator and he's gonna be right here.
Chico
Gotta
was
get
got
that
there.
lip.
All right, Ralphie is busted. Or Ralphie got busted. This goal I don't know what the developers were doing when they decided that this goal was a good idea. So
Why is he over here? I don't know what that was about.
we have a player in the community. Shoutouts to Yib. He made custom goals for Thug 1, affectionately known as Yib goals, which
That
have
first one's so hard.
very terrible vehicle missions where you have to like climb stuff in cars. And they decided, in 2003 that was already going to happen, and they decided to put it in the vanilla game. So you'd have to do some terrible parkour with a leaf blower. And there's one specific leaf pile, not this one, but the next one, where it's right on the edge, and right below that edge is a pool that you cannot get out of, and you have to restart the entire goal.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This one.
Think of it this way: Yip
is
goals are like
the
our
best.
Kaizo Mario like levels, like right there. Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, there
these
we
little
go.
silver here,
Excellent. What a jump.
All right.
Pop the butt slap, and then we're going to be doing some limo stuff.
We gotta do some
Wait a minute.
gaps.
We gotta do
some
some
gaps. My bad. I getting ahead of myself. I apologize.
Too excited for Slam Jam. I don't blame you.
Come on and slam.
Nice.
No.
Then up to Slam City. Alright, as soon as we transfer over this bridge right here, we will be in the limousine, and then we're going to Slam Jam.
Are you ready, bro?
You can,
Slam
hit
a
the
jam.
transfer, you can hit the transfer under the bridge as well. But, yeah.
Oh yeah,
We are driving around in the limousine, as you can see.
I don't
on
know
the
why.
back.
For the camera.
And this is a very important moment, so just a bit of focus
All
time.
right, blue goal or reset?
Let's go.
Hey,
Alright,
let's
this
go.
is the run. This is the run.
This is the run. This is world record pace right here, folks.
All right.
That's actually required by like Tony Hawk law, where if you don't hit that, you literally it doesn't
Your
count.
run's dead.
Yeah,
pretty
it's-
much.
It runs dead.
It's cursed. It's, not good.
Feedback's
Yeah, we are
too
in.
loud.
We are in the
That's a
Slam
Bucky last
City.
week.
Frankie, was it you that tried doing this mission on D-Rust and just forgot you had to do the special trick? Or is that someone else?
That sounds like
mean,
something I would do.
I probably would do that to be fair.
Honestly, this goal's forgettable.
I just remember
Also, we're-
watching someone do
Oh,
that
nice.
goal and were very sad that it just wouldn't count.
Oh,
And they would not do
okay.
the reverb.
There we go.
Reverb.
Up.
First round.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, there's a ton of these section gaps on Slam City Jam, so we're going to be just going all over the place for those ones.
Ooh,
my.
Ooh, that was kind of sick.
Really
was kinda
abused the
good.
shifty right there.
Ooh,
Yeah,
man,
shifty is pretty
that-
OP
that's
because you can
pretty
end
sick.
it like instantly. It's got the shortest time span of any grab in the game.
And it's insanely powerful. Like before Catbag, that was our up grab because you could just do a boneless into that and you'd have special.
Oh, it's still some people's up grabs, despite
All right, shout out to the best goal in
they
the game.
should be doing.
Don't at me,
Crazy ass
please.
fans. Gotta save
All
them.
right. Correct me if I am wrong, Packle, but I believe the reason this blimp controls so terribly, it's not actually flying right now. There's invisible terrain that it is driving over.
Yep.
Oh nope, that's a reset.
You know,
Slight
that sounds
turn
correct.
like that.
That sounds correct. I tasked this game twice, and I hated this mission more than any other mission in the game because it is so bad to drive. I'm sorry, it just is. Like you will literally. It takes forever to brake. It takes forever to turn. It takes forever to go back.
And it
even in a
turns really
task
weird
environment-
sometimes.
Even in a task environment, it's just, dude, what is happening?
And it going up and down, that wasn't Frankie controlling it. It just automatically does that, so you have to like prepare for that as well.
Andy, as I said, and he said that is correct.
We figured it out. We cracked the code.
We cracked the code and we saved everyone by making them drop onto the Slam City Jam. So yeah, we're learning how to do some hip transfers here. Pretty easy stuff, no biggie.
I think this is the last like tutorial-esque love mission in the game, if I remember
No,
correctly.
we get to learn how to do creative tricks with soul skating again.
No,
Yeah,
they did
We
that
did that
with
earlier with
Nutbuster.
Nutbuster.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, but they go over it again.
it's
true.
no. It's
You know
a-
you can create a trick, right?
Big Law, do you not know the story of Tony Hawk's Underground? You're creating a new trick to solidify your separation from the man.
Okay, you know what? I mean, in lore that makes sense, but tutorial-wise, like,
Oh,
yeah.
that was almost
Anyways,
rough. Just gonna do
Just
this
snagging-
competition real quick.
snagging all
And
these
we should
important
be
gaps.
good. All right, now we face Eric.
Pretty good SCJ so far.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So this is
about the
another
keeper,
one of those
by the way?
missions that's actually faster on sick. For some reason on beginner, even if you complete this line, it will still have the count on the timer, but he just has to hit the triggers and he's done. So it's
He
like
doesn't
10
even have to
seconds
do
faster.
that.
He just land right there and it works, and it's like, okay, that counts.
The game actually, the goal fails more often if you actually try to land on the last quarter pipe, but if you always drop off that rail instead, it works 100% of the time.
Let's see if he hits this, because this grind right here can be really obnoxious.
All right,
All right,
got
nice,
him.
you
We're
got
good.
That one can be obnoxious because timing is weird because you're trying to jump into it at an angle, and you can kind of correct yourself in the air, but you have no real like time to do so, and it can kind of hurt.
That was actually really good.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was a good section, very good section.
I'm proud of you, Frank.
Thank you.
So we got our pro deck, and we just stole Chad Musk's design because we're lazy. That's it. And now we gotta impress these kids. So just whoa.
Fun fact: they're supposed to be in the hockey ring right there, but you could just be in the hotel.
They
Oh,
have
just barely.
unfortunately.
Oh, just barely. again.
no,
That's
dude.
fine.
What's happening?
Throwing for
There we go.
content.
There we go.
Okay, this
This mission. Did you
Yeah,
practice
this
this
is
at all,
a-
Frankie?
I did.
Okay.
Fortunately. So you're supposed to get a red goal or blue goal right there.
Nice. You
Very
can
nice.
spell. It's a miracle.
So this goal is right here is one of the more unique ones where if you fail at any point, you restart the entire goal altogether, including you go back to the very beginning of the goal, not just like that one checkpoint. So like it's more so it can kind of suck on this upcoming combo. It's kind of when it gets really dumb.
Yeah, it's similar to that goal we did in Tampa, where just had to get enough score prior to doing the Tony Hawk comp.
Or if you're more familiar with 4, think of Bob's combos in Zoo.
Sweet. Now that
Oh yeah, nice bales. 2 video. Let's watch it. Oh damn.
So,
Not today, we'll do it
in
after.
practice,
Can do it
Frankie immediately skipped past that. I don't know how.
All right, and we are gonna drive our way to.
Unfortunately,
Moscow
Sick is the one difficulty where you cannot do the bus warp, where you run in front of the bus on purpose to get to the trophy faster. The bus is just
Bus is too fast.
too fast on Sick. It's a shame.
All right, now
No
we
pipe
are
rip?
in Moscow.
I missed the pipe lip. Might need a reminder
Yeah.
because there's a lot of gaps in Moscow, and missing one is just painful. Okay, interesting.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All
Nice
right.
bale.
Well, I didn't get real help, unfortunately.
I'm glad half
Yo, is
the tank
that?
brigade was T-posing.
Yo, who is that?
Is that him?
Oh my!
There's no way.
That's the
I
animal.
did. I had.
Tony Hawk, check out
Nice.
the Indy 900.
I just had to. Yeah, I just had to
you.
show that I know my Indy 900s. Oh, nice lip. Yeah, this one's really weird. You gotta hit that grind at a very specific angle because
These ramps
you won't get a
are-
grind.
Yeah, they're very steep, so it's much easier to lip on accident, especially on the other side. This one's not too bad, but on the other side, if you grind first try, it's a miracle.
I never memorized like flip trick combos.
Oh, despite my campaign to make everyone remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ace
You
is
don't
disappointed in you.
Ace, I
That's
know
an
it.
itch.
I'm on
I-
the schedule as well.
I'm bad. Okay, listen.
Just some ASMR.
No, it wasn't so bad.
All right, we gotta get
All right,
over this
right here. You're
wall.
supposed. Yeah, that's really hard to get without like getting special They want you to get special beforehand.
One
and
of the
then
best Moscow
transfer.
gaps, B22 bomb.
Wow, I can't believe I
missed
missed it. I've never missed this gap before.
I'm
Actually,
surprised you
Fun
even missed that. That was kind of weird.
fact. I think
Also,
I just
I
always
figured
to the
that's a gap
left.
to begin with.
So you
everybody
skipped past
does.
the
It's
most important dialogue in the game there. I'm so upset.
Oh man, that's true. I'm
Oh.
sorry about that.
All right, reset.
Yeah.
We didn't hear.
I might have to
Bot say
replay
these
this goal
nuts.
again. We gotta witness this history being made.
That the cutscenes don't play again, so it's over.
If I just retry the goal, then they'll play the second part.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right, nice pole vault.
And
Okay,
one drop.
that gap is kind of weird on the hitbox. Sometimes you can just do it and it doesn't count for whatever reason. Kind of weird.
And now we can. I think we can do the goal.
If you don't
right?
get bell skip, you have to literally just quit the game. By the way. Okay.
All right, let's see if we can get the skip.
Unfortunate.
That skip doesn't actually exist. There's 2 people in history that have been able to hit it consistently.
Who?
That's up for you to decide.
We're gonna have a
Tony Hawk,
quiz.
he did
Yeah.
it.
Is Perfect one of them?
I thought it was like you and Schnaz, unless Perfect did. as
Oh,
well.
what? Oh, I don't know if that consistent.
I think Perfect. Yeah.
I mean, you were the only
I
one
think she can hit
like
it.
from the ancient times that could do it. So
Oh, good goal.
I think I was like the first one to actually do it.
the ancient times of
Oh, I
2016.
forgot. Oops.
The Dark Ages. Oh, the Stone Age. Depends on what you want to talk. Which way you want to swing it. That's again one of those gaps that's kind of annoying to hit. And as you can see as well, and this is kind of the theme throughout all the Tony Hawk games, lips you have to be at like a near perfect straight straight line towards the lip. Even if you're off a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, it probably will just give you a grind. It sucks later, especially in as you see in like 2x, 1+2, and 4 in some cases. If you just do a lip, it might just give you a grind instead.
Which is
Yeah,
the
this
opposite
one-
problem we had for the people with the guy over by Tony. That goal. I think it's called.
Yeah,
For
it's
the
a lot of
People.
fun.
Easy.
Don't
All right.
don't
I
forget
need to get
pipe
pipe
whip.
stall. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
All set.
TV is doing it.
Oh, let's see if we can get the after this best gap in the game. We did it.
Yes, let's go.
Snowman desecration.
It's a strat. So,
It's not
fun
strat,
fact for
it's
this.
required.
Oh, you know, you're right. For Hundo, yeah. A fun fact about this goal is that you don't actually need to be by the TV crew. You can just pop a 400k combo wherever, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We had a goal like that earlier. A couple ones earlier, they did the same thing. You just need to get into one large combo,
Hey there.
and after that, it doesn't even check where remotely you are. It could be on the other side of the level, and it's like, cool, you did it.
These kids can't
Nice
really
pogo to
just-
hair flip right there.
This trigger right here, you don't have to jump over Eric. You can kind of side swipe him, and it'll still count, but it's a little finicky.
That's
Like, he can just do that too, and it still counts. Again, sometimes it's finicky, sometimes it just straight up doesn't work for whatever reason.
Anyways,
this is another
that's like-
area in the game where you can have the wrong time. If he hit that bell skip we were talking about earlier, it would be daytime instead of nighttime during that chapter. Called Daytime Moscow, somewhat fittingly.
All right, and now
Daytime Moscow is actually a lot rarer overall, because that one actually is a absolute frame perfect skip. You can also skip out in the text box after the save box after that, but that's also a frame perfect skip. There's a double frame perfect skip to do that, and you don't see it too often.
right now I gotta get a big combo so I can get my switch and speed stat all the way up.
Yeah, what's the score required for full speed? Is it a 2 mil combo?
2 mil.
I thought it
Is
was
it 2? I thought it was 4. Maybe I'm crazy.
I think it's 4 in other games, but I think in this game it's only
okay.
2.
I love how we all play Thug 1 at some point in our careers, and we still don't know the combo. Like,
I
which
mean,
one's the right-
hey, I never ran.
It's sick difficulty.
Yeah, how much did you play sick comparatively?
It's 2 million. Okay, there we go.
warriors.
I think it's genuine. I don't think there's no one up to this. Yeah, there's not.
Yeah, that's one of the few spots, maybe the only spot in the game where you get so many gaps in one combo that you get the ... ellipses. It's so satisfying
awesome.
landing that.
Also, a good
Yeah,
gap here.
that's
No freaking way.
No effing way. Let's go.
All right, so
Oh.
it's fine. It's all good. No worries.
Forgot about
No, that was
Actually,
kinda
that
sick.
was
So if you
intentional,
boneless
actually.
Yeah, it was
into
intentional.
stairs and mash the ollie button, it'll float you up the stairs. I don't know
Alright.
why it does it.
Ace, time for you to whip out the whiteboard. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You can just
So-
boneless. I'll break the magician's code right here. You just boneless.
Found by my good friend, Sub-Zero Reptile. You're supposed
Oh, yeah.
to do multiple spins over this, but for whatever reason, if you butt slap and then do a spin and keep doing spins after that in the combo, it will start doing some very strange addition that it should not be doing. Like, he's done a grand total of like 6 spins, and yeah, that was 22 because of course it was.
My friend.
I
Yeah,
have tried
basically
for
butt slapping and doing anything over 360 flip.
multiple
spin, rather.
hours, multiple sessions at a time to figure out what math it's doing there. I cannot for the life of me figure it out. Every time I think I find a pattern, something else breaks it. It's just
See, and the thing that makes it worse is that for some reason, butt slaps change the algorithm for it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
But the
I
weird-
literally had like someone who is really like someone who actually delved into the source code. He showed me like that part of the code, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. How does it? Why is it doing this?
the
It's
worst
one of those
part,
mysteries will probably never get solved.
it's consistent. Like, we have consistent combos to always get the same amount of spins. But how we get there, don't know. We just know how to do it. So, one of the great mysteries of Tony Hawk, and I needed plenty of drinks after I tried to figure out how that worked.
Drinks of water because we're trying to stay hydrated during these long, lengthy speed runs.
So,
Long
yeah, if
end,
anyone
yeah.
wants to figure out that degree angle or degree add-on, whatever it's called, feel free.
Boss Alexander.
Yeah, Tony Hawk Discord. We actually have, I think one of the pinned comments for Thug One channel has his whiteboard of just all the different like ways he went about and figuring out that goal.
Also,
And it's a masterpiece, to be honest.
so we were supposed to do this cool like Splinter Cell stealth section there, but instead Frankie decided to butt slap over everything, jump out of Russia, and then talk to Alexander, and we did it. So
I'm also happy he didn't mash through that text box. If you mash through that text box, you get what we call soft lock Sean, where the game will soft lock you. You can still do tricks and you can still walk around, but you cannot interact with things. You cannot pause. And the only known way out of it is if you force a text box by going to the video underneath the bridge. That can force, a text box to appear, and then after that, it's unsoft lock. But if you don't have enough, tapes at that point, you're SOL, honestly.
I didn't even know there was a way to get out of it.
I believe Kami.
You can get the
Crystal Kamikaze
secret
found
tape.
Yeah,
that.
he just
Usually.
talked about that.
yeah,
So it's one of those times where you actually do very lightly just tap the button. If you lightly tap it, it could probably still happen, but
Oh,
it's so
RNG, it's
inconsistent
rough.
that it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, this RNG sucks.
Right now is a
Oh, it's
good
actually better.
demonstration of why if you're going for like super good times, you want to have the same trick on all 16 directionals, and you use the double directional inputs for your other cat bags, because then you have, especially on sick, way more chances to get bad RNG.
Ooh, that was a sick
ju-
draw for a second there.
I was hoping that was
Just,
just enough. It's unfortunate.
that would have been pretty sick, but we've assembled the squad.
That's the difficult we're playing on. What do you mean?
Team
I should have named. It's just a habit. It's just a
Yo,
habit.
did I see the name Hawk in that list?
Tony
Good wall
Hawk.
I don't know.
I know you can't,
never-
but do it.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. There's no way.
I have to wait. We have to wait and see.
Frankie didn't do the wall push.
I'm not doing the wall push. I can't.
It's the only useful point.
I know. It is a nice looking strat though, but I
I get it. You didn't.
But
Get
I'll do this
manual.
I'll do this on a combo for you, Ace. If that's fine.
Thank you.
I don't think it. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no.
Oh no!
Hold on, I'm sticking with my promise.
All right, all right, all right.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Hey,
Just barely.
I got a
I
cool
appreciate
concept
you.
with some-
Now do
Yo,
your
it's
rat
Tony
combo
Hawk,
for
let's
this.
go.
it's Tony Hawk. Okay, so
No way.
we're on the pro goals, and they all have like their own individual challenges. This one specifically is limiting our trick set to the Pro Skater games. So we're on Pro Skater 3 now. So no reverts, spine transfers, or walking.
This is Pro Skater 2.
I don't know what
Oh,
that
Pro
is.
Skater 2? My bad.
Yeah, and this is Pro Skater 1.
Yeah.
And Frankie's
So-
opting for the safer strat of just grinding around the planter. You can do a butt slap India 900 wall plant double Madonna there, and it looks way cooler, but it's way harder.
Yeah,
And
and
much
sometimes you
less-
can land on the quarter pipe, and it's rough, and you have to start
I
the
need a
whole
timer.
thing over.
I need a timer for how long
What?
Tony Hawk is actually in this marathon because it's like a 12-hour marathon, but like he's going
How
to be
many
in this
times do we see
rental
him?
like 2 minutes.
Pretty much. Tony Hawk is not a very good character in most of his games, funnily enough.
Damn.
Not a great protagonist.
Nice, nice.
Easy score there.
Team video with some high.
Alright, Big
It's
Law,
actually
would you like
quite
to
big.
care to explain what we're about to witness, hopefully?
Sure. So hopefully Frankie will hit a trick called vid skip, where once you grab the final tape here, we're prompted to save and then watch the cool pro video. But if Frankie does a frame perfect pause input here, we'd be able to open up the menu and go to a select goal on a different level to skip this cutscene altogether. But we missed it. So
There is a way to do that unbuffered. You literally just mash the absolute heck out of your ollie button, and it's so inconsistent. It's ridiculous. But if you do it, you'll just like pop back where you started at the that goal in Moscow, and you can warp from there. Big Law found that this pause stretch would literally save Tony Hawk's Underground, probably, as he said earlier in this run.
yeah, because previously world records were just held purely because of this RNG strat that no one knew how to really do, and then I just figured it out. And the funny thing is, I actually did a marathon run the day before I found it, saying no one knows how this works, and then I figured it out.
So him landing that there sucks because now the game's going to be like, okay, we're going to give you all the tricks.
Yeah. But the timer
Ooh,
continues
that's-
to go
that's-
while this is
that-
up.
It's good. I think as long as you're in the screen, you're fine.
Pause
we-
It
champ?
should be 15.
Okay.
Easy.
Oh,
Did you get bench chopped?
hold on. Yep, I'm doing that right now.
Hey,
Thank you very much, Ace, for reminding me.
You'll need to hit.
I got you.
yeah. If you usually on trick goals, if you do enough, or call out trick goals, call that too.
Double
if you get to a
T-pose.
certain point, it
Yeah.
just instantly fails you. But
Yeah, that one always double D poses right there.
I've never
That's great.
noticed.
Or double D. What? Double T pose.
Like from Ed and Eddie, double D pose.
Double D. Yeah.
double D.
Double D.
I'm surprised there isn't an Ed and Eddie skateboarding game. I feel like every other franchise
that
under the
would be
sun got
rad.
one.
Oh my god,
That
just a
would be
plank
rad.
skateboard. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no, the taxi.
And I almost manualed right there, and I could have blue screened because for some reason when you manual into a vehicle or a wall with this version of this game, it just blue screens and you get like 1 FPS mode.
Yeah. We use a so the PC ports of this game are flawed, to put it very, very lightly.
That's the PG version.
We have to use like slight fixes to make certain mechanics work or not like bug out the game. And the most common version now is something called Clown Job. Shoutouts to, and is that anyone else?
Gone? Yeah.
Or-
Shout out to Gone.
Yeah, that's what it's from Gone, from the Thug Pro community.
Yeah, and it's not. It's pretty much perfect, but it's not exactly perfect because there's still a few things that can happen.
It makes things easier because
one's ever
this
shot
it is. Most of these games, as you said, are really difficult to run. This just made things so much easier because all you have to do is just have people install it, put in the mod, boom, you're good. That's all you need to get started, and the game is a lot better for it.
I have been informed that there was a skateboarding Ed and Eddie Flash game on Cartoon Network, so
Hey, you know what?
Let's go, man.
Hold on.
dude.
Let me run that real quick. Slide into the marathon.
Shit.
I'm sure we get time. We'll get some time later. It's fine.
I don't know about after you run this pack.
Yeah, that's true. Have you seen my 2X lately? Whew. Yeesh.
So right here is where we clean up the rest of the gaps that Frankie skipped during San Diego, because most of them are just goals.
First try.
and the rest of them are backwards of the same goal.
Yeah, it's very. I think this is the only level in the game that does that anything like that. That level. I think it might be onesies, twosies here and there, but this one is like there's like 15 for whatever reason.
That's true.
This one really
sucks.
difficult. Yep, got it. Second try, it's fine.
You don't.
Nice.
You got that second try is good. You have to hit the very tippy tip of that, as the gap name says, but lining up for it's insanely stupid because it's a blind
Oh,
jump.
please!
Jesus.
Please.
Yeah, this guy's having a bad day, honestly.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
The third one!
You
might
please.
you need
All right, I'm
special,
butt
man.
slapping.
You need special.
There we go.
Oh, my God.
Oh man, that's rough. Please don't drop. Alright, good.
Whoa.
Okay. For some reason, you can butt slap sometimes, and it just won't count. So we got it.
Oh, there we go.
It's fine. That guy had a very rough time. I'm very
Who's
sorry.
this guy?
This is
Oh,
Logan
no.
Sparrow.
It's Logan Sparrow, dude. My hero.
Logan Sparrow, yeah.
That's the V boy right there.
That's
This is
a
Logan
so-
Sparrow, Eric Sparrow's brother.
Whoa.
Oh. Oh.
Fun.
Talking about earlier about those lip things. There you go.
Well, I actually didn't lip what I was intended to lip. I didn't lip that pipe. I lipped the wire, I'm pretty sure, and it's still counted. That's a new one. Unless my eyesight is just off. I gotta get arson investigation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you didn't
You,
get it. I was praising you earlier. I was like, man, he got it first try, but never mind. I'm a
I
liar
just
now.
did that to be safe. It's pretty annoying gap. Originally, you're supposed to get that at the beginning of Eric challenge, but it's like if you mess it up, it does waste a lot of time. Hopefully, you can get it.
Nice.
There we go. Hey,
There you go.
nice. All right, how much slower?
Very, very strange gap there.
It's one of those like almost pixel perfect gaps, and it's infuriating.
A little bit slow. All right, and now we are coming up on the end of this mission here. Very
But not
easy.
the end of the run.
Not the end of the run. We still got a lot of content to go through. There we go. All gold.
Good job. Now, if you mash on this screen, it's possible to soft lock at the main menu. Fun fact. Not very fun when you're an hour 15 into a run.
All right, now if you want to talk about like, so this level, harder than hell, or harder than heck. I'm sorry. Whoops. This one has a gap where if you mess up and you bail, literally it's GG for you getting 100%. Like,
Yeah,
because you only get
can't get it
in
again.
one
You only have
specific
one
instance.
chance. And I'm playing on
Don't know why.
hard, sick difficulty. Usually, a lot of people would play Thud. They would go into free skate, play Thud, but you would have to like map out tricks and stuff like that. And just doing it with Cass is like optimal. And I didn't get it, but I was trying to do what I was trying to do for vid skip, and just basically just pausing.
Oh, he just needs to land here. Good, got it. Cool.
You can
That's the
also-
cap. If you bail, it's over. You lose 100%.
Yeah, you can't get that goal again or that gap.
One reason you might want to opt into free skate for these gaps is you can play on Too Easy, which is a game mode that we actually don't even have leaderboards for because we've pretty much just agreed that it's not really part of the game. Too Easy makes it so you can't bail except in very specific circumstances.
That guy was T-posing down there.
So if you do that, it makes getting gaps a little bit easier since you don't have to worry about falling flat on
Also-
your face and redoing it.
Vehicle gaps. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a couple
I
of
think
them.
this is the only point in the game on this level where vehicle gaps are a thing. See if I can get a good slope. No.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice jump.
You can usually land like on the downward like angle and
It's
Actually
really
save some
I
speed.
think I only had that happen once when I played this. It's decently difficult, but it's really fucking cool if you do it. Oh,
Whoa. That didn't happen.
tackle.
Whoop.
That was your one. That was your one.
That was my
That's your
one.
one. All right, above all, excellent. One of my favorite gaps.
If you miss that, you lose like 30 seconds at the least.
It's my favorite when I hit it. When I miss it, it's my least favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very strange because in most games with cars, i.e. racing games, it's pretty easy to tell what your speed is like and if you're carrying momentum. In this game, it's very hard to tell if you're going fast enough to make that gap. It's you kind of just have to send it and trust that you did it correctly.
I mean, if you have a bad setup for it, just you waste like 20, 30 seconds.
Very nice on those gaps there.
Nice.
Hopefully we can get this first try.
Up and over.
Yes, we should.
Nice.
Nice. That one's annoying to hit.
This is actually a pretty good hotter
Yeah.
than heck right now.
Yeah, now we're just going around town.
Hopefully the quad's on my way. I'm kind of at a weird angle.
A lot of
This-
these
Nice.
gaps where you go around the circle, like around pools, they start at a certain point, but it's invisible, so you kind of just have to know. And if you start a little too late, you'll actually end up having to do like 2 laps to get the gap for some reason.
I think the later games fix that, so it actually makes a little more sense. But yeah, it's a little annoying to do that. Also, shouts to THPS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the Pro Skater 2 levels pretty much, and then that's it.
You're going to be seeing 2X later on this marathon ran by the Tackle.
And it's
I'm running that?
Pro
Oh, no.
Skater 2, yeah. It's gonna be Pro Skater 2, all of it.
Alright, don't bail on the plane this time.
Oh yeah, true.
We're getting. This is pretty much the end of the game. Getting close to. Just.
I
playing it
almost
the
got
rest
it.
You almost
that was
did.
Down. Yeah, that angle
This
is
is-
really weird.
Just clean up a
There
bunch
we
of
go.
gaps from the bonus levels, and hopefully we got the rest of the gaps in all the other levels. It'll tell us because if you have 100%, it'll say, "Hey, you unlocked all the pedestrians
Oh,
as
what?
skaters." And it's
Okay,
cool,
I got
but
that.
Yeah, that worked.
that's like the only way to know if you got 100%. If you don't get that notification, you missed something somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, I will check right after this level, just in case.
Yeah.
Just send it. We'll find out. We'll do it in post.
I don't think that's how speedruns work. I don't think you can
You
just
say that.
edit it. Well, I mean,
I mean,
You can
hasn't
You
stopped people
shouldn't be.
before, but
You can splice.
we do.
Just don't
we
splice.
do. We don't encourage splicing. Do not do that unless it's a segmented run, in which that's all right. But
This is a segment. This is pre-recorded. Remember?
yeah, I bet
Oh,
you
yeah,
splice
It's a
your
pre-recorded
segmented
run
runs.
right here.
up and away, nice.
All right. So coming up is literally the most infuriating gap in the history of Tony Hawk. Ace, can you explain?
So there's this little gap called canyon jump. It's very simple. You jump from one building to the other and you go like a little bit lower. You know, uphill canyon jump's supposed to be the hard one. For some reason, the detection for it is just very wrong. Actually, most gaps in this level are not made very well. I think there was like a weird scaling issue going between here and Pro Skater 2. So some of the gaps need very specific lineups or like jump heights to activate, and canyon jump is one of them. We actually needed to make setups
Oh,
like
no.
there it should have activated and didn't.
We have literally gone between different skaters to get it. Okay. We
Oh,
had
man.
Bob Burnquist at one point. We had Iron Man try to do it first. It's so inconsistent. and
It's I'll
weird.
go back. I think. We'll do Bob's plan for the fans.
Bob's plan.
Yo.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes,
plan.
thank you. That's not even for the fans. That's for me.
Yeah, that's for you. Yeah,
are the
I'm a
fans.
fan.
but you are the fan. Yeah.
Nice job getting
I
I
tabletop on
cannot believe I
compare.
got all
Let's
three of
go.
those.
Let's go.
You
got-
have to start that super early. If you don't do it early enough, it will not give you even the first gap, and you don't get touchdown unless you do the other
Okay.
gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to give a shout out to the game. Frankie jumped over those tables several times, did not give him tabletop, and then as soon as he gave up and just went for the manual gaps, it finally gave it to him. So
Very nice.
Just the
One side.
Venice moment.
it really is a Venice moment.
Tail slide. No, it's fine.
Oh, hold on. I ruined it. Sorry, guys. Immersion's off. Run's dead.
Unfortunate.
All right. Little roof gaps.
I'm going for a little gap, a mid gap, and a large gap with this. Also kind of annoying. Again, there's a theme here.
Okay. Okay.
Thingy.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a good game. This is a good level.
Hey, there's mid. Okay, now let's get the hardest one.
All right.
It's because you're in
Sick.
Swift.
I think so, actually. Yeah.
Gotta unswitch it up.
There we go.
No, it just
see?
doesn't
I
work
told you.
very often.
You can't bust off this either, by the way. That's also the best part about this. Oh, that's it.
You can do it, Franklin.
There
we
we
can
go.
do it. Oh, man. First try.
Hey.
First try. I'm missing Venice anyways, but I just want to be sure. Hawaii
2.
and 2 gaps
Wait, we
in
didn't-
Venice. Oh, it didn't count sick, so
Yeah.
I just have 1.
Yeah. All right.
What was it though? Hawaii?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
missed 2 in
Hawaii.
Hawaii. What?
Okay, that was
You know,
I think
sometimes
Quite
sometimes
something.
things happen.
I think I know what you're missing in Hawaii too.
I might just.
And if you haven't played these
Yeah.
games before, they give you a comprehensive gap list, but like it gives you like a screenshot if you've unlocked it. If you haven't, either have to hope that the gap name makes sense, get it randomly, or just find a guide, which is most people do.
Yeah, good luck finding all the Tampa gaps on your own without a guide. You don't know where cheesesteak omelet is? Wow, what are you, bad? What do you mean you don't know where Bart's Chili is?
Bart's Chili.
It's right there in the name. Crazy.
Really skitters. Oh man, look at them go. Woo!
Oh man, why
I think
are we
that
filming
got
these
a
Yeah,
guys?
look at they're ripping this area. Right here,
yeah.
you're supposed to do a transfer, but you can just grind late ollie and land
Oh, I
on
didn't
that
even know you could do that.
quarter pipe. Saves time. A lot of time.
The best part about being coming back to Thug 100% is that I'm actually watching like the GOAT play this, so I can be like, oh man, this okay, write down notes, okay.
And all right,
nice, nice,
that one can be a little bit tricky.
nice, okay.
I must say, Thug 1, like these classic maps from Pro Skater 2, much easier to get gaps in Thug 1. Well, when they work, that is. Because being able to get off your board and drift is very, very nice to make sure you're not off by millimeters and have to redo the whole thing. Take it from someone who ran Pro Skater 2 100% recently. This is much easier. But then you have to fight the game's goal detection instead of your own skill, which could be arguably more frustrating.
Easy 3 points.
Yeah, and
And we're
basket.
out of this area.
There's a decent amount of gaps for the bonus levels that I was surprised when I actually started like running 100%. I was like, man, there's a lot more gaps than I expected.
Gaps are the
But in
one
a
reason
speedrun
why
sense.
a lot of people don't want to speedrun these games, but once you learn them, they're much easier. It's just knowing where they all are to begin with is the hard part.
The
Routing
hardest
it
parts
is
are
a
the ones that you
lot
have
of fun,
to.
though.
It is fun routing. The hardest part about this, honestly, is if you have to get if you get like a gap in the middle of a combo and you don't get it for some reason, you'll spend like 10 minutes like, where in the world is this gap? You
Also,
might have to
this
end up
gap-
just looking at a guide.
Are You Serious is one of my favorite gaps. Just like, bro, for real.
Bob's
Anyways,
plan,
Alright.
Bob's plan.
Bob's plan.
Bob's plan.
Bob's plan.
Bench hop.
Bench hop.
Okay.
Park and ride. I don't know. I don't actually remember what that is. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
think it was a combo one.
that's going from the planter up to the awning, I believe. Like,
oh, yeah, true.
yeah. Because
Okay.
you
Yeah, 'cause
remember
I
you
bailed.
bailed
I
these. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need bench hop as well. You skip past it. Oh,
Did
that's
I?
not park and ride pop.
Oh no. Oh no.
awkward.
Hold on. Let me
actually
just
looking
do
this
this
up right
goal.
now.
Let me just improvise real quick. This goal.
Yeah.
Let's roleplay real quick. Might be. It's not this. No.
That's not a gap.
Oh man. This is actually rough.
Oh, it's from that. You know when you go that first lip trick, in that lip trick goal,
yeah.
you go up and you jump on top of the shacks going towards the pro challenge. If that makes
Pro
sense. I'm really bad at explaining this. You keep going right.
Keep going right.
Oh
Go
yeah.
Go
From
up
the
there,
left,
grind
left.
Go up that ramp, grind left.
Oh yes.
And then
Yep.
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yep.
just- You forgot to do
All
that
right,
during lit.
that
'cause
was
you
that was a
reset.
little rough. But
Time could be coming up here when we commence Bob's plan.
yeah, time is
It
going to
is
be
literally
coming
as
up.
soon as we get this notification. If it pops up. Hopefully it does. Nope. Okay.
You got
Round two.
boneless with Bob.
Hold on. There we go.
You did
Okay.
not boneless.
I didn't boneless. Oh, it's a
No.
bean plant. But
It's a beam plant.
get your facts right.
There we
Boss
go.
Hey!
plan.
Okay, it's all gaps. Okay. Okay.
Time.
Hit okay.
There we go.
Bob's
Good job,
plan.
Franklin.
Let's go.
That was sub 130, so you beat your estimate.
Wow. So
Very
yeah,
proud of you. Even though all 4 of us collectively forgot where a gap was.
I
that's
mean,
fair.
one of those-
I totally forgot to do that during lip. I should have done it. I totally
The more
didn't
you run
realize that.
100%, the more you forget where gaps are because you're used to the
Because you're just
route
trying to
instead
go
of the
as
actual
fast.
Gap. Yeah.
You're trying to go as fast as possible, and it's hard.
So
that was
that
like
was
a-
Tony
that was a-
Hawk's Underground, 100%.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask,
you guys
what would you
enjoyed-
suggest if like people want to learn this? Like, what's the best way to do that?
Watch Record Run. We are notoriously bad at making guides, and the few that have become outdated
I-
quickly.
I basically just play. That's
I will
that's my
say,
advice.
if you want a super old beginner guide, if you go to our Discord, I can post it in here in a moment. I made a super old beginner tutorial years ago when we had a tournament. You could use that as a basis and kind of like add more stuff when you get better at the game. That might be the best starting point because there's a lot of stuff in the world record run that you'll be like, we'll do something subtle. You will not think anything of it, but it saves seconds. And there's so much micromanaging at a high level that the only way you're going to know about it is just by playing more and asking us questions. So by all means, come to the Tony Hawk Discord. We're open to everyone joining. And we love seeing new runners. We have like in a bot I even post when you get like a new run in, like verified, so we can be like, oh my lord, let's go, and all that stuff. So
yeah.
I'll go ahead and post it in here real quick for everyone.
Send it to me so I can post it. It'll bottle bop it otherwise. But anyway,
Thanks.
yeah. I mean, I can definitely vouch for the Tony Discord. It's really good.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It's a lot of fun. Thank you,
course.
Ace, Big Law, Tackle. Thank you,
course,
GDQ. Shout out to everybody in the Tony Hawk community. And
Later, guys.
All right. So that was the third run of the day. We've got plenty more coming up for people asking in chat. We got runs for the rest of the day. Real quick before we go to a break, I know some people were asking about it. All of these VODs will be up on the GDQ YouTube in about 24 hours, give or take a little bit. There might be some editing that needs to be done on them just for various things, but should be about 24 hours. YouTube.com/GamesDoneQuick. And if you're watching all of these there, you want to see GDQ live, Twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick, weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do a quick break and we'll be right back with Party Man X doing 1+2.